about to leave. Already packing, come with me. I'm not.
Hello, friends and enemies. It's time to talk about 2021 goals. What? Okay, start this off by saying my goals are my goals. Like, they might be a little bananas to you, but that's okay. Like, these are generally things that I am pretty sure I will accomplish in the year. And I try not to set myself up for things that I'm gonna fail, because then that's just a depressing time. And we'll just kind of go over general reading goals and like a few small channel goals I have, which really are not that large in the grand scheme of things. Later, like during this upload series, you will get my 2020 goal recap, but we're not far enough yet, because I do have to recap my reading competition with my mom, which I can't do until the end of the year. So this is where we're at. Our biggest, easiest 2021 goal is to read 200 books. I will have read somewhere in the 330 range for 2020. So my normal default goal every year is just 200 books, because that's 2 books a week approximately, and I usually listen to two audiobooks in a week minimum on top of whatever I read on my Kindle. So this for me is a very doable goal. My stretch goal on this is to finally read 365 books, so a book a day. Is it possible? Maybe, maybe not. This year is actually the closest I've ever gotten to that goal. I just want to do it once and then I'll never do it again, to be honest with you. And that's totally okay and valid. It's just how, I don't know, it's just a weird reader goal I have. I don't truly think I'll manage it, although I don't know, because I do feel like 2021 is going to be a lot of being at home still, until we're all fully vaccinated, and even then I don't know how far I'll travel yet. I feel like 2022 is when like I'm going to start traveling again, so we shall see. Okay, so one of the things I track is authors of color and like cis, if they're cis or queer, etc., when available to me. I do track that data, and I am like perfectly on a 60-40 split this year for white authors versus authors of color, and I would like to at least hit 45-55, if not 50-50 on that split. And for me, I feel like this is really doable. I already am getting my recs from a very diverse group of people, so my discovery process and TBR is very mixed as far as these results. And I think if I just made sure to pick up a little bit more than I did this year even, I would hit 50-50 on that split. I would also really like to read more new to me authors of color this year, or queer authors, because I have my standbys that I love, but I want to be able to rec y'all more that I've enjoyed that maybe you haven't heard of as often. Here's a big one. So I really want to spend a lot of time in 2021 finishing series. I've seen some Clear Your Shit reading challenges. Lizzie over at Lizzie Faye Reads is doing a read 21 books in a series, or 21 series, like finish your series reading challenge next year. And I'm kind of just gonna mash these all together into my own thing, which is just going to be, let's read some series and backlists. It's not gonna be about reading everything I own, because I have an enormous Kindle collection, as you guys know. I shared that in my Kindle organization video. I have a lot of unread books. I've shared it in the Kindle Clear Out blogs. I have a lot of unread books, and we'll get into that in a minute. So anyways, what I wanna do is I would like to read more of Miss Beverly Jenkins' backlist. Specifically, I would love to tackle at least half of it next year, maybe. We'll see if I manage. It's a weird thing where like I want to read them all, but I also don't want to be done with them. But I want to read them all, so what do I do? But yeah, so if anybody wants to buddy read Beverly Jenkins I haven't read, be sure to hit me up and I'm happy to do so. Let's clear that backlist of hers that I have going. I would like to finish their Vampire Queen, the House of Isidore series, which I started this year and really liked. I also want to finish Green Creek by TJ Klune this year. I have Brother Song left, and then I will be caught up completely and the series is over. I would like to read the Side Changeling series. I'm going to attempt to read it with the buddy read group that Charles and a whole bunch of my friends are putting on, Steph over at Novelty Corner and I cannot remember everyone else's name. I'm sorry, Meowth Bader and Ezra and Fantastically Taboo. I think that's everyone. If I missed somebody, I'm sorry. I will link to one of their announcement videos so you can find all the info out. Anyways, I think I'm gonna try and do that. The thing is, I'm also hosting a half-year readathon that is reading all of the Immortals After Dark books, which is a reread for me. I'm very excited. And both of them are reading 3 books a month. That's 6 books that I read in a month. And some months I only read 15 books, and like, it's just a lot. So we'll see. We'll see what I do. We'll see how I manage. But I would just really like to finish some of these bulkier series. I'm also attempting to read through a lot of J.D. Robb's Naked in Death series, Eve Dallas series. We'll see though how that goes, because this is a lot of readathons happening. I also really want to revisit the Rick Riordan universe, so I want to read Percy Jackson again, which I'm joining Locked Booktition and Nicole, who picked this book on a read along for, and I also want to read the Expanded Universe books, so I've read a lot of them, not all of them, and I really love middle grade, so I would like to explore some more middle grade this year than I did last year. My split this year was obviously heavily adult. I mean, it fits me, that's what I read mostly, but I do really love middle grades, and I really love that kind of middle grade adventure. So I would just like to pick up like 1 more a month maybe. Okay, a big goal that I don't know is doable yet. I won't have full numbers on this yet because until the end of the year I won't calculate how many I have left to read, but I want to get caught up on all my arcs. I am behind. I've had a NetGalley account for years. I'm used to blog about books. I've done that twice and left it, and now this is more my preferred format. So I have arcs from like a while ago that I need to like go try and read and write reviews or something. And then I also have some 2020 arcs that I just honestly, this year was not good for my reading overall. Me focusing on a physical Kindle book was near impossible the last like 3 months, and yeah, I just want to actually get caught up on my arcs, and I want to stay caught up on my 2021 arc. So that means that I need to get a tracker set up for myself, and I need to be accountable to what I'm doing. All right, and then let's talk about my spreadsheets. So I use the spreadsheet from Let's Read, or Brock is his name, that he makes every year so far. I hope we're getting one this year. As of today when I'm filming this, he's not mentioned it yet, but I'm gonna assume that he's at the very least going to be updating it. I'm going to assume, yeah, he's updating it for 2021. But I want to take his spreadsheet, I want to take pieces of Allie from Hardback Hoarder's spreadsheet, smash them together into one glorious monstrosity that tracks everything I want to track. So a big thing I want to do next year, at the end of the year, I want to come back here and I want to talk to you about how much I spent on books. I want to do a whole video on it. I want to talk about how much I saved through my library memberships, my Scribd membership, and things like that. Like, where was I acquiring my books from, and how was I, like, how much money did I save versus how much did I spend? On top of that, I want to talk about what I read of what I bought, because I think I buy a lot of books on sale and I forget I bought them, and I maybe don't get to them for 3 months or a year, and that's wasteful. So yeah, I just really would like to keep track in a really thorough way of like, am I reading something I bought this year? Am I reading something off my shelf already? Am I, you know, where am I on this list? So I will be doing a very big smashing of spreadsheets together. Think of a child just slamming Barbies together, because that's what I'm going to do with some spreadsheets. To get those together and track the things I want to track. I also want to add like a column to track new to me authors so I can have that data. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to really like expand what my spreadsheets are doing for me. I'm insane. I am wild. I love spreadsheets, guys. I love spreadsheets for this stuff though. It's so good. Yeah, so I want to do that. And yeah, I guess, do you guys want to like hang out with me while I make spreadsheets do things? It can be like soups nerdy together. If you want me to do a live like spreadsheet thingy, I can. I'm happy to. Let me know. Let me know in the comments. It may be too nerdy for all involved though. Another big goal is I want to use Instagram. So I am pretty active on Twitter. I'm active here. and I want to like be on Instagram more. I think it would be really cool to actually post some things there. I love looking at everyone's pictures and liking things and like all that, but I just never do it. So I think I want to like start small and maybe give myself a little bit of a schedule to post like once a week on Instagram. And I think I want to like make sure I'm posting about like new videos to my stories or something. I don't know. I want to do something. I just want to use Instagram a little bit more, which honestly would not be hard to do because again, terrible at using Instagram, like awful. Okay, let's talk about channel goals. So I had, honestly, I cannot believe 2020, okay? Like I'm doing a whole reflection thing where we watch like my 2020 goals together kind of. I'm gonna pull snippets of it and like y'all, if you told me I was gonna close out the year at over 1,400 subscribers, I would have never believed you. So thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for being here. Honestly thought maybe it would hit 500 this year. I have had very slow but steady growth on the platform, so having a year like this was illuminating in a weird way, and I appreciate everybody for coming and hanging out with me. I don't like to overly focus on the numbers. I mean, I like to see the numbers go up. Who doesn't like to see numbers go up? That's always like kind of fun. And I don't know, I'll always just be me no matter what that number is personally. Like that's just who I am as a person. I really am not a like, I don't know, I'm just always gonna be me at the end of the day on this platform. And like either you like me or you don't, and that's fine. I don't have to be everybody's cup of tea. But yeah, I don't know. I just love that I have somewhere to be like a super nerd about romance and talk about things. Wow, I really got lipstick on that straw. I think my goal next year is hit 5,000 subscribers, maybe. Again, I don't know that it'll happen. I don't know. I'm not necessarily gonna change anything that I'm doing to make sure it happens. We'll just see. You know, and I think my other goal would have probably been to be monetized, but I managed to get that last year too. And I just really, again, I can't thank everybody enough. It's wild to me. I do want to expand my circle on BookTube, and I want to like do more lives with other people outside my usual friend group. So I would like to do that stuff. I would like to start collaborating some more with people outside of my usual group maybe. You know, I want to continue doing my BookTuber Picks My TBR, which I need to get some more people rounded up for that one. So if you're interested, let me know if you want to pick my TBR. Because I really like doing that series. I want to continue doing my reading the tropes and kind of investigating why a trope does or doesn't work for me. I just in general want to keep talking about romance in the way I do, where I feel like I address most of problematic content and then talk about why I like something or why I didn't and what made it work. So it may or may not work for you in that capacity, to the best of my ability. I mean, I don't always do this, but I would like to be better about that. And I'm rambling, so editing me's gonna love this, but you know, she'll probably just leave this in to make yourself look silly. But yeah, I want to expand out who I collaborate with more often, and I want to like, you know, just keep doing the series I've been doing. I want to keep just enjoying making content because I am doing this at the end of the day to have fun, to as I discussed in my 500 subscriber Q&A. It's been a journey for me on self-love in a way, and embracing my face and looking like a human and being a human and having a human body that isn't thin or present in a way that is like always socially acceptable, if that makes sense. So I just really love this whole thing. I'm just really excited, y'all. Like I'm really hyped to go into 2021 with some like small but achievable goals and really just keep having fun. Like this has been such a blast. If I do the video, I might do things that got me through 2020 video, and honestly like having a YouTube channel and doing this content and this stuff is really how I survived this year mentally, because I had something that was a commitment to myself and to others I felt that I wanted to do, and I just kept doing it. So that was really fun, and it really did, y'all kept me going this year, so thank you so much. All right, I'm done getting sappy. I think that's it for my goals. Editing me is probably gonna be like, oh my god, you forgot like 5 goals. Whatever. We're rolling with it. Alright, y'all, thanks so much for hanging out with me. If you want me to do a live with my spreadsheeting happening, let me know in the comments. Also, drop a nerd glasses emoji. I'll throw it up here. You know, the one where it's a smiley face with the glasses. That's me with my data and my stats on my reading. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. You'll find links to all of my social media in the description box down below, which is Instagram, Goodreads, and Twitter. You could also find a link to the Romance YouTubers Discord chat where you can hang out with me and a bunch of other romance tubers to talk about romance. You can also find a link to the Immortals After Dark readathon, read-along, thon, whatever, down there. So be sure to check that out. Come hang out with us. I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye.
Really asking, we'll get away to a place where we don't know.